hope so.
That's dope.
Let's do it then.
All right, lead dog.
Two
You know what I'm
weeks
saying?
Boys are back.
Boys are back in town.
Yeah.
Right. You're damn right.
They are.
What's up, Coach?
What's up, dog?
Ain't shit.
Good.
Ain't shit.
What's up, Jeffrey?
How's it going, Coach Locke?
Oh, man, I can't complain.
You know what I mean?
Can't complain.
You know, J-Hope on his bullshit.
All the time. As usual. Talk to me, Couch. Give me your song of the week.
Song of the week for me, man, is Saturday Mornings, Corday, featuring Lil Wayne.
I ain't gonna lie, Wayne ripped that. That's vintage Wayne.
Ripped it.
Ripped it. Wayne.
Yeah.
Ripped it.
He give you one every quarter.
Nah.
Listen,
No. I'm talking about every 4 years.
listen, when he really want to rap, man, he can rap.
He be too high. He be too high.
I just hate when he get to rapping like that. He can't understand it.
The Nas verse was just last year.
The Nas verse was like that. I don't remember
The
that.
Nas verse was like
You know what that did? That was here today and gone tomorrow. My song of the week is Young Thug, Oh You Went, featuring Drake.
Okay. All right.
Hey, I'm just,
Jesus.
that's my song of the week. You know what I mean? That Thug was like the free Thug.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
As you said,
We off the rails already. All
Yeah.
right. My song of the week is Young Mac Nichols, Diamond Crosses.
You got to put the crosses in. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, I'm late to the Mac Nichols party.
I don't know what it is.
Today, Coach. But I've been listening to his new EP all day long. Solid.
Mac Nichols.
Mac Nichols.
Yeah. Not to be confused with Mac Muffins. Remember Mac Mittens.
Or Mac Mittens.
Mac
Yeah,
Mittens.
Mac single.
Mac Mittens.
No,
being
Mac
sick.
Nichols.
There we go.
Okay. All right.
Cameraman, let's get to it. All right.
Full sport press.
Yeah. No layup line, no warm-ups, no nothing. We just walking right into the stadium, get into the game. Let's do it. When the beat on, then it's on. Wearing the right jerseys on the road, cause how we feel where we roam is our home. Leaving these other podcasts null and void. The show can't miss something like Tom Shepard and corduroys. Full sport press, you know them boys. Jay run the point, lock for 3, and me, I crash the boards. Weezy told you that it's paid for.
Full sport press.
All right. Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody back and some of you for the first time to the Full Sport Press Podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan. And this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I am J-Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
It's your man, Coach Locke.
Weezy's out in assignment. Shout out to you, Weezy. Shout out to you, Weezy. Keep your head high, my boy.
Like Mark
Cameraman.
said, gotta keep your head up.
Keep your head up.
Cameraman, how you doing, brother? Okay.
All right, player.
Yeah. All right. Drink more.
Right.
Every show, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Water.
Shout out to Kirkland's. Listen, hey, sleeper.
Kirkland's.
Sleeper.
That's a Costco.
Costco. It's
Costco. Yeah. That's a Costco production.
Episode 526. Unfortunately, we're closing out our annual top 7 series. Right. With the quarterbacks and running backs.
FSP style.
Always FSP style.
You better damn know it.
You better damn believe it.
Let's kick it off. Best of the week. Coach, what you got best of the week, my boy?
Best of the week for me, man, is Flavor Flav sponsoring USA women's water polo team.
How?
After learning players work multiple jobs to be able to compete despite winning 3 gold medals. Residuals, dog.
He still doing Flavor of Love on. He doing that shit on Zeus now.
What he doing? He got some money somewhere.
That's
Because they said he did it. They said he came through.
No, that shit,
So,
that shit must not be a lot. Then we might could do that one, man.
That's why I'm man the Olympics with the he had the water polo hat on and everything and this thing.
Shout out to Flav.
I don't like how they rolling out him and Snoop like they mascots. I don't like that.
Hey, Snoop picking it.
Hey, nah,
Talking about
hell
rap
nah.
cover though.
Nah, bro, he is. I don't like how they using him then.
But Snoop, he's
Let me
wanting to
tell
do
y'all
it though.
Snoop
I'ma
want to
tell-
do
He
it.
want to do that.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Man, listen what I'm trying to tell y'all. Flav didn't pay for no damn water polo. I'm telling you, he didn't do that. I'm telling you. Yeah, I don't know what Flav Zeus, Flavor Love
my
residuals
God.
ain't popping like that.
Hey,
Yeah, what
man,
you got?
he,
I'll
dog.
go. My best.
Hey, down like
Hey.
that.
When last time you seen Flav?
Well, you probably not know this.
He
He's
residuals.
the godfather of Nico Ali Wash, Muhammad Ali's grandson who boxes. So Flavor Flav be at every one of his fights.
Now hold on.
Nicole.
Bro, you know Flav Flav didn't have no bars on nothing on.
He had the greatest ball. Yeah, my favorite ball of all time. When Chuck D said Elvis was a hero the most.
Yep. He did say.
Everybody said, "Motherfucker, him and John Wayne."
Yeah,
That's facts too, though. I'm rolling with that.
he did
Yeah,
say that.
that's facts. I'm rolling with that. Shout out to Flav Flav for that.
That's the ball.
Yeah, that's it.
John Wayne.
And I'm rolling.
Yes.
Don't roll our legends out there, man. As mascots, I don't like this shit. My best of the week is Waffle House, man. For the first time in the 60-year history of water, I said water.
Wow.
I'm good about that water polo shit of Waffle House. You have the option to order straight from the beloved Georgia Basis chain's website for pickup. So that's a game changer.
It is.
No,
They get with the time.
everywhere.
Yeah.
You can order Waffle House from the app and go pick
You
it
ain't got to
up.
call it
You
in.
ain't got to call it
They
in.
wouldn't
That's
answer the phone no damn way.
Hey,
They
they
don't.
weren't going to answer that.
They wouldn't answer the phone
that
that
way.
way.
Best of the week, Jeffrey. Talk to us. I ain't doing that shit.
What? I'm by my feet. I won. I win. I win.
We bringing it back.
I already win.
It's SummerSlam.
I win.
SummerSlam
I
weekend.
win, cameraman.
Time sakes.
Default.
Another episode of Who Gets the W SummerSlam edition. First match. It is in Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland.
Yeah, we got WrestleMania 2027. Yeah. All right. First match, Women's World Championship. The champion, Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley.
Damn, I knew Rhea Ripley was gonna be in this. I'm rolling Rhea Ripley.
J-Hove got Rhea Ripley.
Man, I'm going Rhea Ripley. Why let me pick first?
Oh, man, now give me Liv Morgan in.
Okay. J-Hove has
Be
Liv.
mad. I don't want to hear. I picked her. I don't want to hear that.
Coach sticking with Rhea Ripley. Okay. Next, we got CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre with guest referee Seth Rollins. Coach Locke, who gets the W?
CM Punk.
Who the champion?
There's no champion in this.
Give me Roman Reigns.
Rapping. He rapping. I'm Seth Rollins is rapping. Nobody say Roman Reigns at all.
CM Punk versus Drew
Oh,
McIntyre.
give me, listen to him. I ain't never listen to you. No, that's not. CM Punk don't do that.
No.
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan.
That
What's
man-
up with you,
That
man?
man tried Roman Reigns. He wasn't even in the picture.
Give me CM Punk, man. Let's go.
Okay. Coach, like, who'd you have? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
CM Punk.
Okay. All right, last one. For the World Heavyweight Championship, we got the champion, Damian Priest, versus Gunther. J-Hove, who gets the W?
Give me Gunther.
Okay. Coach
Who's
Locke.
the other guy? Give me the
Damian
champion.
Priest.
Give me him. Give me him.
All right. And that
That's the
is
champion.
Damian Priest is the champion.
Oh, no, I'm rolling with the champion.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm rolling with the champion.
You just got mad at me.
I'm rolling. I'm rolling. I got it.
Yeah.
Which one you
I'm
got?
rolling Gunther.
Okay.
And that is who gets the W.
That's right. Yeah. You ain't got no worst of the week now, Jeff. Just that shit.
Oh, man.
Coach, what you got worst of the week?
My worst of the week, man, is I hate this dog. I hate what they do.
Because he ain't got no money to fuck me up, man. He ain't got no money to fund nothing,
Don't know that,
man.
dog.
Unless it's board on Triple C. He can
You
get
know
board on Triple C. Una, double B. Yeah, all right.
Former Chicago Cubs player Christopher Morel was traded in the middle of the game to the Tampa Bay Rays.
Baseball different.
Listen, baseball.
Yeah, baseball
Listen,
different.
if y'all gonna make them, those trades should not be to go through until the last game is complete on that day.
Yeah.
Then do them trades. Don't be trading people while he in the dugout getting ready to run out,
Nah, that's bullshit.
and then he got to grab his bat
yeah, it's
and his gloves and go into the damn.
Nah, that ain't
He
it.
gotta go into the damn dugout in the bottom.
Nah,
What,
that ain't
what they call what they go on under the dugout?
Yeah.
Back there, what they call it?
Yeah, yeah.
Locker room.
That right there.
Nah, yeah, locker room. It's another word for it though.
The clubhouse.
Clubhouse. You gotta go back in the clubhouse
Shout out to
in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
They gotta stop that, man.
That ain't nothing. I'm rolling. My worst of the week. I'm looking at Bijan Robinson. My worst of the week is Mike Trout, guys.
That was my
Out again for the rest of the year after tearing his meniscus for the second time. Here's the thing, Mike. Let's go ahead and just figure it out. First off, you need to play first base or DH. It's over with. It's over with. And then after that, you need to go on ahead and leave the Angels. It's over with. You had a good run. You fought the good fight, my brother.
Right.
It is now time for you to go to your rightful place, which is The New York
no, it's
Yankees.
not.
Come on.
No, it's
Come
not.
on to the evil empire.
No, it's not. Dog.
Come on to the evil empire. We'd love to have you, brother.
I love to have everybody.
Yeah, we do. That's true too. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Young Steinbrenner ain't paying everybody like that.
Nah.
He just got Jazz Chisholm.
He did.
We just got Jazz Chisholm. Yeah. Yeah.
It ain't gonna pay off.
Steinbrenner got it. They been here.
Right there, brother.
Right?
That's not right there, brother. Right there, brother.
Hey, man, I'm saying I best player hurt, dog.
My worst of the week.
You ain't got one, bro.
Damn.
They said it was my trap.
No, I got another one.
Okay, bro, no.
Men's 3-on-3 basketball in the Olympics.
And
Listen.
they got Flavor Flav.
They got
Jimmer for that.
They got Jimmer for that, number
Yeah.
one. They got Brent Berry's son.
Yeah.
I mean Rick Berry's
Rick
son
Barry's son.
out there
He
shooting
got a get though.
He
Nah,
shooting
he got a get.
underhand
Nah,
free
but he
throws.
got a
Ho.
get though.
He's
He played for Florida. I remember him playing in Florida.
He's still
Playing
shooting.
Cannon, right?
Yeah, Cannon. Yeah,
Cannon Bear.
Bear.
Yeah, he got a get.
He's
he got a
shooting
get.
underhand free
He's
throws.
sticking to the family.
Yeah, that's fam shit.
I
though.
know. We
That's
can't
fam
do. We
shit.
gotta let that go.
Now you got to roll with the fam shit.
That's why they lose.
Nah, I'm trying to tell
That's why they
you,
lose.
man. Nah, listen.
That's why they lose.
If you listen, bro. If you're a Stark, you don't do nothing. Never mind. I'm finna blow it up.
I go make sure you check us out on iTunes and the Facebook, Instagram, and the Google Play, Spotify, and the YouTube, and the Amazon Music. Catch up on the full archive of FSP. Just simply search Full Sport Press Podcast. J.O.
Yes, sir.
and Coach Locke.
Yeah, boy.
You guys have a yellow box of Cheerios recipient for our listeners.
We do. This week's Yellow Box Award recipient is the Georgia football team.
Dang, the 12 football.
The whole team.
That's right. That's right. Georgia football is out of control, Jeff. And Kirby Smart has failed to get a handle on the disciplinary issues mounting in his program. Georgia endured another offseason of off-the-field incidents. The pressures began to mount on Kirby Smart. The issue has become to a head following the recent arrest of wide receiver Ra Thomas on felony child cruelty and multiple family violence charges. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution reported earlier this month that the Georgia football players have been involved in 24 driving-related violations that stem from DUI, reckless driving, or speeding, which also includes the fatal crash involving a player and a recruiting staffer in January 2023. At one point, Coach, this stopped from being disappointing and something ingrained into the fabric of the program. Because I know what's next. You win them championships, and then they say, well, Florida did it, and they had 37 people that committed a felony.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
who lied?
Yeah, they
You right there.
they on the cusp.
And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes in order to win, listen,
I can't wait till that Florida documentary comes.
it came out.
It ain't
No.
It ain't gonna I don't think it's gonna ever happen.
It ain't
Not
gonna
gonna
get
happen.
the real one. It can't come out. It's too many bodies on there.
Yeah.
Literally.
I
Yeah,
literally
yeah,
know.
that ain't gonna happen.
Kirby, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I done seen it happen to the best of them.
Get it
Ain't
control.
going for it. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something not gonna happen. They're not three-peating this year. I'm betting the house on that. They're not letting that happen. You can't go and continue to win and do shit like this.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Too much light.
It's
They
too
got the
much.
light on it.
Too much. 24 and somebody died.
Yes, yeah.
You can't put a body on there.
Two things.
Mm.
You can't give 18, 19, 20-year-olds out of scat pack.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, cats.
And they ain't speed.
I think they're not gonna speed. That's number one. And number two, I know they still make a dude's name Ra. That's
Man,
all right.
you know.
I didn't know they were still making Ra.
The guy too. The nasty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I did not.
Quarterback. Let's
I did not know they were still making Ra in
I will
2024.
deliver this by a raven, you know?
There you go. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I ain't
Like
like
that. He like
Yeah,
that.
boy, like this.
Like that.
Atlantis always pays his debts. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You guys ready to get started the first half?
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
Full Sport Press.
This your boy FSP Weezy. Join us each and every Monday on all streaming platforms. And don't forget, everything is paid for.
The revolution will be podcasted. First half, the hottest sports news of the past week, like we do each and every week here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. Before we get started, I am J Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
It's your man, Coach Locke. Jeffrey,
Yes, sir.
where can they find you on social media, my brother?
Jay Easley 84 across all social media platforms.
Jay, talk to the people.
J Ho on Instagram and Twitter. Holler at me on
Instagram.
Instagram. No.
Instagram. Yeah.
You did me like that, dog. I'm still here.
Where you at, Coach? Where you at, Coach?
ain't nothing changed, man.
I got to get on thread.
Three
I'm-
is all right.
Stop. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Nothing's changed, man. It's locked _the_great. That's THA. Get at me.
Guys, this is it. Crescendo. Quarterback.
Mhm.
We appreciate everybody that sent in a list. We appreciate everybody that even put in people that we might have forgotten
Mhm.
as well that actually joined the list. This is a Lifetime Achievement Award for the young, great Patrick Mahomes.
Damn.
In some respects, the landscape hasn't changed much in people's eyes, even though there was a MVP that was crowned by
Hey,
the
dog,
name
we
of
got a
Lamar
list,
Jackson.
dog. We got a list.
There's a sizable gap between Patrick Mahomes and everybody else in everybody's eyes.
That's true.
However, there's been some risers and fallers, and so we are here to update the top 7 list of the quarterbacks heading into the 2024 NFL season. Coach, can you give us the list from last year?
At number 7, we had Kirk Cousins. 6, Aaron Rodgers. At 5, Justin Herbert. At 4, Jalen Hurts. At 3, Josh Allen. At 2, Joe Burrow. And at number 1, Patrick Mahomes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeff, who do we have going off the list in 2024?
All right. Coach Locke was on assignment during this
Mhm.
episode.
Mm-hmm.
So myself, I had Kirk Cousins and Aaron Rodgers leaving the list. Weezy also had.
Wait. No.
This was
there
before
a
the
comma.
injury.
There was a comma after that. though.
Okay. Oh, I was gonna say that for. Okay.
I knew you were going to let him get away.
I was gonna put it. Well, it was probably when to join the list, but I also had Jalen Hurts would be number 1 on the list in 2024.
Okay.
In the first 10 games of the season. Guess what? Spoiler alert.
They ain't play nobody, Joe.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Hey.
Come on, man.
But
Go.
Weezy had Aaron Rodgers and J-Hove had Jalen Hurts.
Right.
Spoiler alert. J-Hove tricked the list.
I didn't trick no list. He didn't get no votes.
Yeah, I voted for him.
I bet you did.
Mhm.
Who do we have joining the list in 2024?
I had, because I had 2 people leaving, I had Lamar Jackson joining the list and also Justin Fields joining the list.
Mm.
Weezy also had Justin Fields and J-Hope also had Lamar Jackson.
Correct. We go. We have a quarterback pool of players. It was posted on our Instagram page. Please circle back and look at that. We will get to our honorable mentions. First things first, start with Matthew Stafford, 36 years old. Was a Pro Bowler. Matthew Stafford looked finished in 2022. Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
But he definitely rebounded in 2023, got some votes, and mainly because he led those Rams to a stunning playoff berth. Matthew Stafford did not make the list, though, guys.
No.
Shouldn't have made the pool.
Yeah,
Shouldn't have made the list.
He had a great year as a Pro Bowler. I did mention that.
Should have made the pool.
Next person on our honorable mention list who was on the listeners list is young Brock Purdy from the San Francisco 49ers, 24 years old, played in 16 games. He was a Pro Bowler, and he was the NFL's passing ratings leader in 2024. Some say Brock Purdy is a glorified game manager.
There we go.
And would be nothing without Kyle Shanahan's offensive system.
Yep, right now.
And this is the thing. You can make that case if you want, but he bounced back and put in 31 touchdowns and 11 interceptions, led his team to the Super Bowl. So just his second season, give the guy some credit.
There was a guy on this show that said there's going to come a time last year when they needed old Brock Purdy to win some games for him.
And he came through.
And
won those games.
there was a 3-game span when they were nicked up a little bit and Purdy was out there. They lost them 3 games in a row.
Yeah, the only reason we lost the Super Bowl is
And then
because
there
the
was a
person got
time in the
injured.
Super Bowl, there was
And our
another
starting
injury.
Pro Bowler.
They needed
All pro.
Brock Purdy to win the game again.
Come on, Jill.
Come
Come on, Jill.
Just let Jeff.
Come on, Jill.
And those are our honorable mentions. Also receiving votes was Jared Goff and Justin Herbert. Shout out to both of you guys as well.
40-some touchdowns didn't make the list.
Yeah, because the people in front of them, speaking of, coming in at number 7 is young Tua Tagovailoa from the Miami Dolphins, 26 years old, played in 17 games last year. He was the NFL's passing yards leader. It means he threw more passing yards than anybody in the entire NFL. And he also was a Pro Bowler. 4,600 passing yards, 29 touchdowns, 14 picks. On script and well protected, this guy is a distributor. He's one of the best as far as when he's playing at a high level, hence the fact that he got a huge extension being the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins for the foreseeable future. Yes.
They throwing them extensions around. Daniel Jones got one of those.
Yeah, no, but you see they didn't get rid of Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
A fully healthy Tagovailoa is a very special quarterback, which he's been special since he was at the University of Alabama. So just that regime is still looking for that first playoff victory. And if it wasn't for injuries from 3 of their wide receivers, 7 of their people on defense, I think they would have got it last year. So sky's the limit for the Miami Dolphins. Anybody got anything to say about Tua? Okay.
You're on me, dog.
I
He
took
should
that.
be on the list.
I mean, he does
got
have
no
Tyreek
votes.
Hill. That helps.
And he got Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
That helps.
That helps.
Yeah,
That
I
helps.
mean, he has a great offense.
And a great
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Coming,
Move on. Here we go.
coming in at number 6 is somebody that I didn't even vote for. Is Joe Burrow from the Cincinnati Bengals, number 2 on our list last year. 27 years old, played in 10 games, has no stats or accolades because he only played in 10 games. 2,300 pass yards, 15 touchdowns. Coach, talk about Joe Burrow and his 6 interceptions.
Joe Burrow should bounce back now. He's going to be paired back up with his running mate, Jamar Chase. He just has to stay straight up. I mean, if they can get a line that can protect him and keep him healthy all season, I can see him rising up on his list higher.
Yep.
He just has to stay healthy.
Yep. Joe Burrow, super consistent, one of the more consistent quarterbacks when he is upright. This is the problem. He is always on the ground, Jeff. Talk to me about Joe Burrow.
I mean, the Penei Sewell, not drafted Penei Sewell, still haunts them to this day. I'm totally with you on that. But when it comes down to just straight up going out there, getting the W and finding your guy, it's not many better than Joe Burrow, maybe one, only 1 or 2, if I can come off the top of my head. So him coming back healthy this year, T. Higgins looking for a bag,
Yep.
Jamar Chase being Jamar Chase,
And looking for a bag.
and looking for another bag. You're right about that.
Yep.
The team going to be fun to watch.
You can see Joe Burrow clearly wasn't right from the start of the season. Should have sat with that calf injury.
Mhm.
Still came out and got injured again. Nevertheless, when he is healthy, he is one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the entire NFL. He knows when to attack, when to be aggressive, versus when to take the easy routes and knuckle and dumb you down the field. So tough dude like Joe Burrow. I don't know if my quarterback went blonde like Eminem.
That was
How
tough.
I would feel about
That was rough.
That was
That
different.
Yeah.
a little different.
I hope so.
That's different.
Oh, I hope
Okay,
Joe
take
Burrow
that
and
back then.
cameraman said he's doing it for a cause.
All right.
We're gonna have to do a stat check on
Okay,
that.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming in at number 5, we have Josh Allen from the Buffalo Bills, number 3 on our list last year. 28 years old, played in 17 games. Jeff, talk about your quarterback.
If you're gonna do it, do it. That's it. Like, you got what you wanted. You got the best player on offense out of there, other than you. He's gone to greener pastures in Houston.
He is
It's your team now. Hey man, you know you and your 18 picks.
Mhm.
Make it happen, brother.
Yeah. All he did was play Brett Favre last year. He did his Brett Favre impersonation. Coach, talk to me about Josh Allen.
Yeah, he's going to throw a lot of picks.
Mm.
He's a risk taker,
Mhm.
but high risk comes high reward.
That's true.
And that's why he still threw 4,300 yards. He just has to cut down those turnovers and quit taking some of those chances. He's going to be relying on the seminal Keon Cole,
Mhm.
who's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have a rookie year, so he's going to be looking to have him step in that Diggs role.
Yeah.
But he's still one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. That's why he's on this list.
Yeah, when he's locked in, he's locked in. The only thing that worries me about Josh Allen is those boneheaded mistakes, and he makes them way too often. Still, for his flaws, like Coach mentioned, he's still one of those guys. His 173 total touchdowns, one of the best in NFL history. He had 29. I think he led the NFL in rushing touchdowns last year as well. Yeah, 15 rushing touchdowns.
It's a tie.
Yeah, by a quarterback. So this is the thing, man.
He had him in yards. It was a tie for touchdowns.
Yeah, but I was saying, but his 47 interceptions since 2020 are the most in the league.
That's definitely true.
That is the problem.
Yep.
I used to say that on this show. They call me crazy, cameraman.
Immense talent, but he makes a lot of mistakes. He's underdeveloped at winning at the line of scrimmage. I think that's his main problem. Tends to lock in on his targets. That's the reason that Stephon Diggs dropped off at the end of the year, but more of a thrower than a precision passer. He just has to figure it out, and I think he will by not focusing in on one guy. He's just going to throw to the open guy. So
I think Joe Brady, also the Joe Brady coming in at the end of the season
Yeah.
once Ken Dorsey was out of there, was a big pickup. So
Yeah.
hopefully
Shout out to Joe.
keep going.
that's the person that unlocked Joe Burrow as we know it.
Mhm.
So that's true. Coming in number 4, we have a rookie, C.J. Stroud from the Houston Texans, 22 years old, played in 15 games. He was our NFL Rookie of the Year and a Pro Bowler. Coach, talk to me about C.J. Stroud.
CJ Stroud was able to sneak up on people because nobody thought a rookie would play like that. He does have some talent around him now, a little bit. He's going to be able to, should have a good year, but the one thing about those rookies, that second year, the teams have all the film on you that they need now. A full year of watching you on film, be able to break you down, put holes in your game, figure out your weaknesses. So it's going to be interesting to see how he has a sophomore year with all the film out on him. But he's still an exceptional talent.
Hard to poke holes in a player through for 23-5, guys. But it was a rookie, and he led his team to the playoffs. Jeff, talking about C.J. Stroud.
I was doing some research for the show. I was reading something that was talking about how quarterbacks in their second year, first round quarterbacks, number one picks, all are better their second year. So we saw how good CJ Stroud was. We wonder if he can keep that going. The crazy thing about how good his season was is now every rookie quarterback that comes in is going to be compared to that CJ Stroud rookie year. That's crazy. A lot of expectations for that Houston Texans team. They went out, got Joe Mixon got another running back. Went out and got Stephon Diggs. They're in win now mode already in year 2 of CJ Stroud. So I hope he can. I hope it's not too much pressure for the young man. Doesn't seem like it bothers him any. But it's gonna be fun to watch that AFC South.
Man, he's got
Richardson healthy too.
He's got to do it again, man. And arm talent is, just one of the best I've seen. And I said this guy was going to be the best player out of that draft. Bryce Young, I think, will still be good. AR is my guy. But he has a whole rookie year to go through, really, because he got hurt so early. So the Texans got some guys, help him out with a lot of play action calls. They made it fun for him. I think we'll have another good year. I think the main thing, he's cut down on throws that he missed when he was in college at Ohio State. And I think it's one of those things, man, with this poise. Another great year for C.J. Stroud, for sure. Coming in at number 3, we have Dak Prescott from the Dallas Cowboys, 26 years old, 13 games played, second team All-Pro, Pro Bowler, and the NFL's passing touchdowns leader. Jeff, talk to me about Dak Prescott.
Man, Dak, shout out to PR. I know you listening. He's a big Dallas Cowboy fan. He's a Cooper Rush fan, which is insane. Doesn't want Dak to be a starting quarterback. You hear those numbers from Dak. You see how that offense put what they do, and how can you not want this guy on your team?
Yeah,
I get it. Dallas is still starving for another championship. Jerry Jones wants one more before he gets up out of here. I hope it's a long time before he gets up out of here. Not try to be morbid. Just say I know he wants one more before he calls it a day.
Yeah.
So in Dak, I do believe Dak is going to be the quarterback to do that for him.
Coach makes all the throws, playing the position at a high level. How is Dak not higher on this list?
Because the guys above him have better years than he does when it comes to winning.
Okay,
That's
it. Okay,
when it's nut cutting time, as you like to say, they show up.
Yeah,
And he tends not to show up in those games that he needs to win to establish himself and put him in that upper echelon of quarterbacks. Like Jeff mentioned, most passing touchdowns, second in completion percentage, third in passing yards. You would think that's what he would do, but he has to do it when the lights is on, when it's the big game.
right.
That playoff game to go to the NFC Championship game, he has to show up then, and that's what he has trouble doing right now. So until he gets over that hump, the word will be that's why a lot of Cowboys fans are upset with Dak Prescott.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors that goes into looking at Dak, because I think something is missing there, and I think it has a lot to do with the running game not being there. It has a lot to do with play calling. I think it has something to do with that defense being as good as it was. Dallas just haven't won games. They haven't won a lot of games, and then you're asking Dak Prescott to replicate what he did in a contract year. If you lose Tony Pollard, you lose Tyron Smith, you lose Biadasz and Gallup all into free agency or roster cuts. Stats are elite, everything he does at a high level, but it's hard to see entering that 9th season as the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, how they haven't won the big game. So in turn, I worry about Dak Prescott, and I just don't see him replicating this year that he had last year in 2024.
Gotcha.
Yep. Coming in at number 2, we have Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens, 27 years old, played in 16 games. It's first team All-Pro. He was the MVP of the entire NFL and a Pro Bowler. Coach, how's Lamar Jackson at 2?
He didn't have as many passing yards. He didn't have as many passing touchdowns as the guy ahead of him, but
And he lost.
the MVP is a regular season award, and that's why he got that award.
Mm-hmm.
But in the big game, they couldn't get over the hump. Not necessarily his fault.
Nah.
And that's what a lot of people see. So I believe that's why they had him where they had him. But what's separating Lamar Jackson is he's growing to be more of a pocket passer now.
Mm-hmm.
He's just not relying on his feet and his legs. So now that makes him that much deadlier that he can pass the ball out of the pocket.
Agree.
And now they have a running back there in Derrick Henry that can take some of the running off Lamar Jackson, and you have to worry about Derrick Henry now.
Mhm.
So Lamar Jackson could have just another good MVP season.
Yep.
I'd be surprised.
Two-time MVPs came a long way, like Coach mentioned, as a pocket passer. There was no doubt when he won MVP this year. He was the best player in the NFL, the entire NFL last year. We put that to rest, and I think it's one of those things that took far too long, but people are finally giving Lamar Jackson the credit he deserves, minus FSP. What you got, Jeff?
I think we give him his.
He should have been number one.
I predicted he would be MVP last year. When the year he won his first MVP, I predicted that one as well. He's one of my favorite players to watch. I think we all were upset with him for not throwing the ball in that second half of that Chiefs game when they lost in the playoffs because he, for whatever reason, play calling or whatever, they did not throw their ball when they could have. But that's the only knock. The only knock is that he has to get over that hump. I do believe this is the revenge tour for the Ravens. I do believe this is the year they get that Super Bowl championship for Lamar Jackson. But until then, number one is number one.
Yep. He came in, and everybody stuck with him as a running quarterback. And it's just fair to kind of put a person in that type of category. Hell no, it ain't fair. But that's something that makes him so unique, is that he's still dangerous in the pocket as a runner. He just now is beating teams with his arm as well. Durability that was his problems. That is his major issues. If we can get past that, he's undeniable. The good thing about Lamar Jackson, he's only 27 years old. So there's a good chance the best is yet to come for my pick as the number one quarterback in the entire NFL. But we have another year for Patrick Mahomes at number one. Kansas City Chiefs number one last year. Played in 16 games. He's only 28 years old. Was a Pro Bowler. Coach, talk to me about Patty Mahomes.
Patrick just always seems to figure out a way to get it done. No matter what, he had a year where his wide receivers were not living up to the hype of what they should be doing as a wide receiver.
Yep.
And it kind of slowed them down in the regular season, but somehow, miraculously, in the playoffs, they all of a sudden start catching everything. And why did it have to be against my Niners? I don't know. But they didn't drop nothing in the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes gets another Super Bowl to add to his trophy case, which puts him in an upper echelon of quarterbacks in history, and he's just 28.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Will he make the GOAT? I don't know. He still has a long way to go. It's crazy saying a long way to go because Tom Brady still has 6 of them things.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
So
Jordan had to catch Bill Russell to be the GOAT.
So I don't know what happened with that, but based on what Pat Mahomes does when it crunch time, that's why he's on this list at number one.
What you got, Jeff?
Like Coach said, man, he's chasing Tom Brady, but to me, Bill Russell has 11 championship rings. Michael Jordan has 6. I think we all consider Michael Jordan to be the best basketball player to ever live. Patrick Mahomes, I've said it for years, he's the best NFL player on the planet. He's Michael Jeffrey Jordan in football pads, and it's fun to watch. I don't think they're going to get that historic three-peat this year. That's too difficult to do in the NFL. 17 games plus playoffs, that's too much to ask. But if they do, Lord, if they do, I don't want to hear a word if they do. But that's a big if. If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. Just fun to watch, man. Sit back and watch the show. He Travis Kelce, Big Red, that whole Kansas City Chiefs organization. Shout out to them. It's gonna be fun to watch.
Yep. In 2022, he offset the departure of Tyreek Hill by throwing 31 touchdowns to running backs and tight ends. And then last year, he rallied an offense that had become lifeless and low on dependable wide receivers. So that is his knock, right? That's the thing. Like, he's one of those guys that continues to find ways to win games, and I appreciate that. That's the main thing. He wins games. That is it. I don't think he had a better year than Lamar Jackson. But what's funny, that's the thing about Patrick Mahomes, he still has time to improve, and that is the scary part for the league. Truly never improved on that footwork since he's been in the league because he's been so good at just getting the ball out fast. So, yeah, Patrick Mahomes, number one on the FSP list for the second straight year. Jeff, go through the list 7 through 1.
At number 7, Tua Tagovailoa. Number 6, Joe Burrow. Number 5, Josh Allen. Number 4, C.J. Stroud. Number 3, Dak Prescott. Number 2, Lamar Jackson. And number 1, Patrick Mahomes.
Coach, who's leaving the list in 2025?
Josh Allen.
Jeff.
Tua and Josh Allen.
That's, yeah. All right. Whatever. I have Dak Prescott leaving the list, and yeah, I'll just go with Dak Prescott for sure. Who do we have joining the list in 2025, Coach?
Aaron Rodgers.
Jeff.
Hold on. If he plays 2 more years. Because you see what I'm saying? Because if he plays 1 more year and then doesn't play, we won't put him on the list.
I got you.
So I got that asterisk on there for that. If he doesn't play the 2 years, I have Jordan Love joining the list.
Okay. Jeff.
All right, so I had 2 people leaving, 2 people joining. My 2 people joining is, of course, Jalen Hurts, who should have been there this year. And
you said that last year. You said he's going to be number 1.
And I said before 10 games he was.
Damn sure wasn't on
this list. He had 3,800 yards passing, 23 touchdowns, and 15 rushing touchdowns.
How many picks he throw?
He had the same amount as your man's, 15.
Yeah, nobody on this list had 15.
Yeah, he did. Josh Allen had 18.
No, you said my man.
Tua had 15.
He had 14.
Oh, my God.
And he had the most passing yards in the NFL. Anyway, who you got? You said, I'm just saying, if you're going to say stats, make sure you got them right. He was wrong. 14 ain't 15. Goddamn right.
Remember that. 14 ain't 15. When he starts splitting heads, 10 games ain't 12 games.
Are you finished?
9 games. No, I got 12 games ain't 8 games. But anyway, remember that. I have Jalen Hurts joining the list. Kyler Murray joins the list next year. I don't know about that.
Yeah. Let me find somebody else in.
Marvin Harrison.
Who would you have?
Game changer.
Yeah, I had Kyler Murray joining, but I switched. Anthony Richardson will join this list.
Ooh.
Yeah, AR gonna have a really good year.
He gonna have a good year.
Yeah, he gonna ball.
I just hope he'll. I just hope he healthy.
Yeah, AR. He'll be healthy. You gotta worry about that.
I'm sorry. Stay healthy.
Yeah,
Stay healthy.
he's fine.
Okay.
That is our list of the quarterbacks. Next up is the running backs. You guys ready to get started with halftime?
Do it. So you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, Instagram, Google Play, Spotify, Beyond Pod, YouTube, Amazon Music, and Amazon Music. Hey, if you got Amazon Prime,
hell yes, that too.
make sure you do all that, all right? And when these ads start showing, ads are free if you got Amazon Prime or Amazon Music. Make sure you check that out. All right, to get us on the full archive of past episodes of FSP, just simply search Full Sport Press Podcast.
We're back at halftime with another FSP production called Pocket Watching. Now, as everybody knows, it's the Olympics going on right now. So we have Pocket Watching Olympic style. Now, as you know, they give out the top 3 for every event. You get your gold medal, you get your silver medal, you get your bronze medal. So what we're going to talk about here is the prize money for gold medals for different countries. Does anybody have a guess on who gives out the most money for a gold medal?
As far as so if you win a gold medal, you get this money.
You get that money from your country.
From your country. I would say China.
China? Jeff, who you got?
France.
France. Cameraman says Canada. Nobody's right. So we're going to give out the top 8.
Okay.
At number 8, we have Australia with a whopping $13,340.
For one goal?
Yeah.
For one goal.
Okay.
At 7, cameraman, we have Canada, $14,608. At 6, United States, $37,500.
Big jump, yeah.
At 5, France, here's a jump, $85,960.
They got some money.
4, we have Spain, $101,003.
Spain, take it serious.
At 3, Italy, $193,410.
Okay.
At number 2, Serbia, $218,000.
The house that Jokic built.
And 1, Hong Kong.
I knew it.
If Serbia giving out 218, what do you think Hong Kong is giving out?
300.
500?
300.
500? 300?
300.
Cameraman, what you say?
What was the last one?
Serbia was 218.
300.
Hong Kong gives out $768,000.
They ain't gotta live like that. Like they gotta live.
I'm trying to. I
got taking the morning.
You would.
Yeah, you was gone. You was there.
I
Go.
you would have seen the money that they spent when we were in Beijing.
Yeah.
Bro, they spent money.
They spent the bread. But the jump, come on, Australia. 13, Canada, 14.
What you want Australia to do, though?
That's true. But the USA, 37. Come on, man.
I heard the France
I
number.
knew friends because they spent
Yeah.
money on Celine Dion to sing that
Yeah.
song. I
Yeah.
knew
But come on, dog.
700
768,000.
700 nuts.
Whew.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, wait till
Yeah. So that's another edition of FSP's Pocket Watching.
Yep.
Y'all ready to get started with the second half?
Let's get to it.
Full Sport Press.
J-Ho. Check us out each and every Monday. The Revolution will be podcasted. Revolution will be podcasted. Second half, the NFL Top 7 series. We are moving on to the running backs. I am J-Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
It's your man, Coach Locke.
Cameraman, while the wide receivers around the NFL continue to steal all of the headlines, the impact of running backs cannot be forgotten. True, dual threat running backs can still be absolute game changers in the NFL today. Coach, can you go through the list of our running backs from 2023?
At 7, we had the Florida State Seminole, Dalvin Cook.
Come on now.
At
Come on now.
6, Saquon Barkley. 5, Nick Chubb. At 4, Austin Eckler. 3, Josh Jacobs. At 2, Derrick Henry. And number 1, Christian McCaffrey.
Jeff, who do we have going off the list in 2024?
Unfortunately, I had my Seminole, Dalvin Cook, coming off the list. Again, Coach Locke was on assignment this episode. Weezy had Josh Jacobs, and Jay had Derrick Henry.
I did. It's my first miss
Henry.
of the entire series. I'll take it.
That's cap, but we're not gonna do this.
Who did I miss?
We're not gonna.
Who we got joining the list, Jeff?
Y'all silly, man. All right. So myself, I had, pardon me, Bijan Robinson. Weezy had Alvin Kamara, and Jay had Breece Hall.
Nah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense. It makes sense. I'm both of y'all.
What?
I'm both of y'all. Nah.
I ain't having that high on my list. I'll tell you what.
Huh?
Let us get to the honorable
What
mentions.
spot on your list? Dude, we had them both swapped. Don't do that, Jay.
No, I'm saying, but I was, shit. I mean,
Don't do that, man.
Come on.
See what I'm saying? It's quick though. Like he's quick with it. Like
can we get to the honorable mentions? First things first, we have Travis Etienne from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Wasn't ranked last year, 25 years old, played in 17 games. After missing that entire rookie year because of injury, he came a back-to-back 1,000-yard rusher 2 straight seasons. Travis Etienne, guys, is one of those guys that doesn't get talked about enough because Trevor Lawrence is the face. And you had all of the guys like Evan Ingram catching all the footballs. Then you had Calvin Ridley being overthrown by Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
So the question remains just how much better he can be. I think he's already neared his peak, unfortunately. Not just because his little brother left Florida to go to Georgia, but primarily with Travis Etienne, I just don't see him getting any better than what we saw these last 2 years.
wow.
Hmm.
Not knocking you, but
Yeah.
it's a proven year for Jacksonville in period.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to cut bait if it don't work out.
Yeah.
With the big dog for them to pay him.
Another person receiving votes is Jonathan Taylor from the Indianapolis Colts, number 3 on our list last year, 26 years old. No accolades. I think he played in 13 games, as the cameraman found out for us.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about Jonathan Taylor.
He ramped up over the year. He held out to start.
He played in 10 games.
Ramped up over the year. Still had 7 touchdowns. Increased his production as the season went on. That's what you want on your running back as the season wears on, especially with Gardner Minshew throwing it to whoever was out there, his team or not. Shout out to Gardner Minshew. Shout out to Jonathan Taylor.
I think a big bounce back year for him and Anthony Richardson being in that backfield.
Yes, sir.
I think it's something that's going to ease him into that contract that they paid in 2023. I think it'll be a good year for Jonathan Taylor, Coach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I think this guy plays the full season. He possibly could have made this list.
Mm-hmm.
Holding out, trying to get his money. I don't blame him at all. Got to get your money in the not for long league.
That's right.
So I can't knock him, but to have 741 yards in those 10 games, I think it wound up being like 4.4 yards per carry.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to have a good year as well.
Thing is, though, I just worry if we'll ever see what he was in 2021 when he got 1,818 touchdowns. That's a lot. It's a lot to ask for. But if anybody can do it, it is Jonathan Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
They've been running the ball through Jonathan Taylor since he was in Wisconsin as a freshman all the way through Indianapolis. So good luck to Jonathan Taylor. He's my guy. I like him a lot. Coming in at number 7 on our list is Kyron Williams from the Los Angeles Rams, 23 years old, played in 12 games, second team All-Pro, and a Pro Bowler. Jeff, how did Kyron get in at 7?
Electric.
Mm-hmm.
He's out there. He's electric. And for the Rams' sake and for Matthew Stafford's sake, they want him to continue to stay healthy. But when he's out there, man, electric.
Mm-hmm. Was excellent when he was healthy last season, Coach, coming out of nowhere with that 1,100. We talked about Kyron Williams during pre-production. Wasn't on the major list, but people were receiving. Cameraman asked for him to be on the list, and he was also receiving votes as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's something that he can replicate again?
Yeah, I think it is for the simple reason that he only played in 12 games and did that 1,100. Matthew Stafford is going to need that help. The Rams are going to need him for sure. 12 touchdowns. He has a lot to live up to, though.
Well,
To do that in 12 games, that's a touchdown a game.
hell yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
You're on pace for 17 touchdowns doing that.
Yeah.
But like Jeff mentioned, him being exciting and a great running back, wouldn't be surprised if he stays on his list.
Yeah, that's the thing. He ran a bit hot and a little bit of cold last year, but I think playing peak football, he could be a top 5 guy next year for sure. Coming in at number 6, we have Jahmyr Gibbs from the Detroit Lions, 23 years old, played in 15 games and was a Pro Bowler. Coach, talk to me about Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs kind of busted on the scene with the Lions. 945 yards, 10 touchdowns. Sharing the backfield is a big deal. Whenever you come up almost have 1,000 yards and you're splitting time with another running back in the NFL, especially as a rookie, it's setting this bar pretty high. He's just the 8th rookie to do it, averaging 5 yards per carry. That's impressive. So those numbers will probably go up because he'll probably get more of the totes now that he's not a rookie anymore. They'll probably put a little more on his plate. So that's why Jahmyr Gibbs is on this list.
Yep, he had a cold start to his season, Jeff, but really picked it up late. And people were looking at Bijan Robinson as the top back in 2023 as far as the draft. But some people picked Jahmyr Gibbs. I wonder why, Jeff.
Dual threat. Dual threat. And being able to those receiving yards on top of the running game, sharing that backfield with David Montgomery to take some of that load off of him, pause if applicable, really came in handy. So I think that backfield, they bringing back Montgomery, another year of Gibbs up under the system. That backfield is going to carry that team going into this year. I love to see it.
And everything Jeff mentioned, that's why they picked him at number 12, 4 picks behind Bijan. Just dynamic in the pass game, not a typical north-south runner. You can give that to David Montgomery. He gives the cold and ice, like everything that you have when it was Lindell.
Thunder light.
Thunder light. You need that. And that's what made Detroit so special last year. Snap of a finger, man, he could be very scary in the NFL. Moving on to number 5, we have Saquon Barkley, now from the Philadelphia Eagles, number 6 on the list last year, 27 years old, played in 14 games. Coach, talk to me about Saquon.
Saquon has a prove-it chip on his shoulder again. He had it last year with the Giants coming off the injuries, and they didn't want to pay him, so he proved to them that he could be the running back that he's supposed to be, and they still didn't want to pay him. Let him go test the market. He got out of there. Pairing him with Jalen Hurts is going to be scary because now you have 2 big running threats out of the backfield. I can only imagine what that tush push is going to look like now with him being behind Jalen Hurts. But Saquon, when healthy, is definitely one of the best running backs in the NFL.
Jeff, the question I have for you, should the Philadelphia Eagles have given Saquon $26 million guaranteed in free agency?
Absolutely. Because they saw what San Francisco did with Christian McCaffrey.
That's it.
Not saying Saquon is Christian McCaffrey. I'm not saying that.
That's true, though.
But if you can't get Christian McCaffrey, get the very best next thing. And that's what Saquon Barkley is. Someone who can run the ball north or south, east and west, and catch it out of the backfield and be a dynamic playmaker for you. You got to go get that to help out your offense. Great pickup.
Like Jeff mentioned, that is a career reset like Christian McCaffrey get. You get him going to Philadelphia. Now you have weapons around him on the outside, a dual threat quarterback, shotgun runs. It's a perfect fit for a person like Saquon Barkley. The only thing about him is durability. That's the reason that the New York Giants did not extend his contract, because he's missed at least 3 games in 4 of his 6 seasons in the NFL. So paying him and paying running backs is a total crapshoot. But this is the thing, especially when people got long injury histories. But he's a rare breed, man. He's good for at least a good game. than when you really need it. And I don't think he's played meaningful football. To see him playing meaningful football in Philly, it's going to be good to see. So, yeah, perfect fit for the Eagles, and I'm terrified of that, to be completely honest. Speaking of completely terrified, number 4, I had him coming off the list. Derrick Henry, Baltimore Ravens, number 2 on our list last year, 30 years old, played in 17 games, and was a Pro Bowler. Jeff, this is your guy.
People know that me and my Buffalo Bills, we had a breakup over the summer. We did. We had to go to relationship counseling. They got me back. You know what I'm saying? We had a
counseling.
breakup. We had counseling. We had relationship counseling, and this was one of the reasons why you don't go get Derrick Henry. You know you need a run. I understand James Cook is going to be fine for us. It's going to be fine, but he's not Derrick Henry. This is championship maneuvering. What the Baltimore Ravens are doing. You go get a running back to help your dual threat quarterback out, to take those north and south runs, like Jake said, and punish defenses. Under a piss poor offensive line in Tennessee last year, the man still had 1,100 yards.
He did.
Still in 12 touchdowns. Nah, man, this is a great move by Baltimore. Great freaking move.
I got a question for you. Would you pick Derrick Henry as your running back if you were starting a team at 30 years old?
If I was starting the team, who I need to know, I need a little more to go with that.
Dallas Cowboys
tomorrow.
Yep. Running behind
Miami Dolphins
tomorrow.
Yep. Those are all the teams that tried to go get him.
Yeah. Yes.
And he ended up in Baltimore.
Yes. Because, I mean, like even how Jeff mentioned, can you imagine trying to tackle Derrick Henry in that cold snow out in Buffalo?
Yeah.
That'll be tough to do. Yeah. But this is scary with Baltimore. Now your running option is insane with him and Lamar. You know, it's gonna make it easier for Derrick Henry because you have to worry about Lamar Jackson. You have to worry about the options they have on the outside at wide receiver with Baltimore do with Lamar Jackson showing that he can be a passing threat now. He'll be fresher throughout the year because they won't have to run him in the ground like the Titans did.
Yeah.
Because he won't have to carry the ball as much. So I can see Derrick Henry having another 1,000-yard rushing year.
And here's the thing. At 30 years old, he's led the NFL in carries 4 of the last 5 seasons. So that's a lot of tread on those tires. Now, he didn't get there. In high school, they ran him to the ground. They turned him into a fleet car in high school. Yeah. At Alabama, they didn't use him as much until his junior year. Yeah. Now you go into a space where, they need you to run the ball, but I'm worried about that shotgun-heavy offense that the Baltimore Ravens use, where they be in the pistol a lot more. But I know Lamar ain't getting under no eye for him and handing that thing off. So maybe so. It's just going to be interesting. But I'm going to tell y'all this. If you need somebody for one drive,
give me Derrick.
Oh, my God. To take the lead and run out the clock, it's Derrick Henry.
Henry.
Yeah, not a stretch at all. Derrick Henry is the guy for that. Coming in at number 3, we have Breece Hall from the New York Jets, 23 years old, played in 17 games. Talk to me about Breece Hall, Jeff.
Garrett Wilson aside, the only bright spot on that offense was Breece Hall last year.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's only getting healthier and he's only getting better. Hopefully Aaron Rodgers can, doesn't have a freak injury like he did last year and throw the season away again. Apparently he's beefing with his coach now. I mean, it's Aaron Rodgers. You got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, this is your house, though.
Yeah.
Breece Hall could do he's a do-it-all back. And we, in pre-production, give you a little, glimpse of what went on. There was an argument, should he be higher? And we all came to the conclusion he could be, maybe again next year, but 3 is a good spot for him right now. But he could be higher depending on who you ask.
Yep. Hall is considered by a lot of people, a lot of publications. Under the age of 25, there's no better runner. Coach, talk to me about Breece Hall.
He's a what you call a dual threat at running back.
Mm-hmm.
He was second out of all the running backs in yards from scrimmage in the entire NFL, which means he's catching the ball out of the backfield. He's running the ball. So to put him back there and now have Aaron Rodgers with him to go along with Garrett Wilson and the rest of that talented Jets team, this could be a big year for the Jets and Breece Hall.
This kid has power. He has acceleration, can create his own shot like he's playing basketball, and he can make somebody miss. So a legit home run hitter with the ball in his hands. Would love to have Breece Hall coming off an ACL, but not a lot of run that he had at Iowa State. So in turn, he is in a situation where he's pretty fresh. And with Garrett Wilson, with Aaron Rodgers, now I think that offense can catch up with how good that defense truly is. And good things for the Jets. Coming in at number 2, we have Bijan Robinson from the Atlanta Falcons, 22 years old, played in 17 games. It was on the all-rookie team coach. Talking about Bijan.
Bijan is going to benefit from having more QB experience on that team now. They added some help on wide receivers, too, to kind of take some of the pressure off. You can't just put 8 in the box now because you have to worry about those wide receivers. And he got a new OC who's studied under Sean McVay. So they're going to have some things put in place. There's going to be some non-typical offensive schemes and things that are just benefit Bijan. So look for Bijan to have another big year.
Jeff, Bijan, our guy, didn't really set the world on fire during that rookie campaign. Can you kind of spell why to the people that's listening?
It's coaching.
Yeah.
You got Kyle Pitts, you got Bijan Robinson, but somehow you're running Tyler Algiers and and my guy at tight end, I'm gonna say Jonnu Smith, same person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you throwing the ball to them and running those two. When you have those two playmakers on your team, that's bad coach. You gotta get fired.
Yeah, and he got fired.
He got fired. That's what you got to get fired. Yeah. And this is the year with Kirk Cousins under your team, Raheem Morris.
It's one of my favorite coaches. Now that my boy what's my guy that left? Bruce Arians. That's my guy.
Arians,
That's my guy. So now that's my guy.
So you have him at the helm. He's gonna focus on defense, allow the offensive coordinator to just take the reins and just get creative, like Coach said. It's gonna be fun because now you got a playmaker out there to do your thing.
You had LaShawn McCoy type talent sitting there, and you were running Tyler Algiers and Cordero Patterson.
Crazy.
More totes. It was times, man, throughout the year, I was like, why aren't they playing Bijan? Yeah. He got more than 15 carries in only 4 of 17 games.
That's not good. That's fireable. That's a fireable offense.
You know what that is, Jeff?
Yeah.
It's malpractice.
It's malpractice.
That is malpractice. Yeah. So, I'm telling you, a breakout year for Bijan. They're going to run the hell out of him for good reason. I think a top 5 talent at the position, but I think that talent is now going to meet the opportunity, and he'll be a top 2, top 3 guys.
2,000 total yards.
As long as he's healthy. Yeah. As long as he's healthy, for sure. And coming in at number 1, we have C-Mac, Christian McCaffrey from the San Francisco 49ers. Number 1 last year, 28 years old, played in 16 games. Let's go through the accolades. His first team All-Pros, NFL Offensive Player of the Year, NFL rushing leader, and was also a Pro Bowler. Coach, talk to me about our running back, C-Mac.
C-Mac is Mr. Do-It-All.
Yep.
Run the ball, catch the ball, block. Whatever you need him to do, is nothing he can't do. His only caveat is healthy.
He ain't the best blocker, Joe.
No, that's true.
Yeah, he ain't the best blocker.
I don't need Chris McCaffrey.
Yeah, that's true. Because
I can't risk him blocking.
That's more so why.
He makes up for everything else.
Yeah, that's more so why.
Yeah.
But his caveat, which we all know, is him staying healthy.
Yeah.
Just as long as he's healthy and on the field, he's going to be one of the best football players on the field.
Yeah.
Now, with all the things he does, that could lead to why he does get injured a lot. Because he does a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But with Shanahan's play calling, you have another dominant year as long as he doesn't get hurt.
On the front of Madden, has 3 seasons with at least 1,000 rushing yards and 700 receiving yards, trailing only Marshall Faulk in NFL history with 4. So C-Mac easily, this is one that it wasn't even a question. I don't think anybody else got a number 1 vote, Jeff.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
This was
unanimous.
Yeah. Fred Warner was number 1. Okay. I was saying I was talking about the running backs. Yeah. Nobody else. Yeah.
Was he unanimous though? Fred Warner was unanimous? I don't think Fred Warner was unanimous.
Yeah. It was him and Rowe.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I thought Rowe Ponce. Okay. All right, well, that's cool. 249.
We should win some shit, right?
I ain't said a word, Jack. I ain't said a word.
Yeah, that's why we was there. But I'm telling you, with Tyler Noah Hufanga back, I'm telling you, Kittle. No, listen, him and Travis Kelce it was a thing. Yeah, and we also had our cornerback was in there too. Yeah, what's our quarterback name? Shavarius Ward.
Why was it Super Bowl though?
Yeah, that's why we was in Super Bowl.
If we don't get
that 49ers front office is great.
Yeah, working magic.
We won Achilles from the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, if that, I'm telling you, Dre Greenlaw wasn't out there, boy.
We win the Super Bowl.
We win that Super Bowl
for sure.
Electrifying talent though, Christian McCaffrey, my running back from Madden seasons for years. Last year. So yeah, they were mad about that when I kept C-Mac. C-Mac was cooking.
He's only 28. That's amazing.
28 years old.
He
He just extended extension. Nah,
Pretty close.
not a running back. Nah, he's 30. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Derrick Henry, he signed a 4-year deal. He's not signing another. You don't sign another contract and running back at 32.
Especially with his
He gonna stop
Injury.
big. He might
Yeah.
be able to stick around because he can catch the ball.
And do what?
But his injury.
Hey, we're not gonna run him up between the tackles.
That's why he won't get his injury history.
Go through the
Not
list.
a big, not a no. Hold on, wait. I'm not saying a big contract. I'm saying he can still get a contract if he wants to stick around. At number 7,
Thank you.
got a point. Kyrie Elam at number 7. At number 6, Jahmyr Gibbs. Number 5, Saquon Barkley. Number 4, Derrick Henry. Number 3, Breece Hall. Number 2, Bijan Robinson. And number 1, Christian McCaffrey.
Coach, who is leaving the list in 2025?
Derrick Henry.
What you got, Jeff?
I don't have anybody leaving this list. This is the list.
Nah.
Barring injury, this is, to me, these are the 7 top backs in the league. Now, there are guys on the cusp, but healthy, I don't see this list changing. I mean, I see the position maybe change, but I don't see them leaving.
I got Kyron Williams leaving. Because I think they're gonna get somebody else the ball next year. And yeah, I think Derrick Henry. It's gonna be a dogfight if Derrick Henry to stay on this list. Joining the list, Coach, who you got?
Jonathan Taylor.
JT. Yeah, I gotta roll with JT on that one myself. What you got, Jeff?
Remember, I didn't have anybody leaving.
Yeah,
I think this list stays the same.
man, JT joins the list. I'm telling you, Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth Walker could join the list.
He could join the list.
He's good.
Yeah,
Very
Kenneth
good.
Walker. I think Josh Jacobs is gonna have a good year in Green Bay as well. James Cook is gonna have a good year too because they're gonna lean heavy on him this year. Nah, hell,
Tweet us with questions.
that was it. Tony Pollard.
Tweet us with questions.
Tony Pollard won't have 1,000. Tony Pollard won't have 1,000.
You
want to put it on the board?
He's splitting carries. Put them on the board. He's splitting carries.
Tony Pollard is not getting 1,000. I'm telling you, the kid from Tulane is gonna take. I can't. The kid from Tulane is gonna take. Tajay Spears is gonna have more yards than him. Tajay Spears is gonna cook.
Yep.
And that is another year of our NFL Top 7 series. We appreciate everybody that sent in one list, or if you sent in every list from all 4 shows, we appreciate you. Let us know.
Appreciate y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you. You know, it's hard to do that list.
Fun
It's hard to put that list together, but it is an exercise in futility, and it makes me upset with Jeff
Every year.
every year. The only thing that makes me more upset with Jeff is the
NBA.
fact that he doesn't say no to anything.
Oh,
So if you ever need anything, just call Jeff.
Oh my
You
God.
need somebody, hey, I'm finna move,
Tweet us for questions.
call Jeff.
Tweet us for
Hey,
questions.
hey, man, I need some help with my brand, call Jeff.
Tweet us
He's
with
gonna
questions.
say yes.
Tweet us with questions.
Hey, I need help with my clothing brand. Guess what? I want to use your exact same logo.
Tweet us with questions.
You know what? Jeff will help you do that too.
Please follow the iTunes, the IG, the Twitter page, the YouTube page. Please subscribe and rate.
You need help with your podcast.
But most
Jeff will
importantly,
help you with that too.
don't forget to tell a friend.
You tell a friend.
Tell a friend. Tell Jeff.
Jay,
Revolution will be podcasting.
Jeff,
Apparently the camera's still on, Coach Lock.
and get a drummer song. We are out of here.
Jeff, hey, listen,
We
you
are
need.
out of here.
Never mind.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast. To catch up on previous episodes, please check out the YouTube page and wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Don't forget, tell a friend to tell a friend.
The Revolution will be podcasted.